Breathe better and sleep deeper with the Levoit Classic 160 Top Fill Humidifier. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to get your Levoit Top Fill Humidifier on Amazon today and enjoy a healthier, more comfortable home.
Welcome back to FinTech Pulse. I'm your host. The Federal Trade Commission has taken another step in its fight against online lenders by referring their case against Dave, a cash advance firm, to the Department of Justice. Today, we're going to break down what's happening and why it matters for consumers. So, you might remember that the FTC first announced its lawsuit against Dave back in November, alleging that the company had engaged in deceptive practices like hidden fees, misrepresenting customer tips, and charging recurring monthly fees without a simple way to cancel them. Now, the DOJ has filed an amended complaint naming Jason Wilk, Dave's CEO, as a defendant. That's right, folks, it looks like Wilk is now facing civil penalties for allegedly violating consumer protection laws. According to the DOJ, Wilk and Dave violated the FTC Act and the Restore Online Shoppers Confidence Act by using deceptive advertising tactics that targeted financially vulnerable consumers. And let me tell you, this is a big deal. The DOJ's complaint seeks unspecified amounts of consumer redress and monetary civil penalties, as well as a permanent injunction to prevent Wilk and Dave from engaging in future violations. But what does this mean for consumers? Well, it means they might finally get some relief from these predatory practices. We've talked about the dangers of hidden fees and misleading advertising before on FinTech Pulse. But this case highlights just how serious things can get when companies think they're above the law. The Justice Department is committed to stopping companies like Dave from preying on consumers who are already struggling financially. So, what's next for Wilk and Dave? Well, we don't have all the details yet, but it looks like their future is looking a lot more uncertain. And that's good news for consumers, right? I mean, when companies like Dave get called out for their misbehavior, it sends a clear message that there are consequences for engaging in these kinds of practices. That's all for today's episode of FinTech Pulse. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back soon with more news and analysis on the world of FinTech.